A company's web application requires AWS credentials and authorizations to use an AWS service. Which IAM entity should the company use as best practice? A. IAM role. B. IAM user. C. IAM group. D. IAM multi-factor authentication, MFA. The best practice for a company to use when requiring AWS credentials and authorizations to use an AWS service is an IAM role. An IAM role is an entity within IAM that defines a set of permissions for making AWS service requests. It is similar to an IAM user, but does not have any credentials associated with it. Instead, an IAM role is assumed by an entity that has been authenticated by an identity provider, such as an IAM user, AWS account, or an external identity provider. An IAM user is an entity within IAM that is created to represent an individual user. It is associated with credentials, such as an access key and secret key, which can be used to access AWS services. An IAM group is an entity within IAM that is used to group IAM users. It is used to assign permissions to multiple users at once, making it easier to manage user permissions. IAM multi-factor authentication, MFA, is an authentication method that requires users to provide two or more pieces of evidence, or factors, to verify their identity. It is used to increase the security of user accounts by requiring additional authentication steps. The correct answer is A. IAM role, because it is the best practice for a company to use when requiring AWS credentials and authorizations to use an AWS service. IAM roles are more secure than IAM users because they do not have any credentials associated with them, and they are easier to manage than IAM groups because they do not require multiple users to be grouped together. IAM MFA is not the best practice for this scenario because it is used to increase the security of user accounts, not to provide credentials and authorizations.